Yo, it's your boy Robbie. It's the top of the morning. Guys, I apologize. I am a month behind. I was supposed to get this video to you guys sooner, but yes, I did pass Meps. I passed Meps. As I stated previously, I am prior service, so I was a little familiar with how things would go. Some things did change, but just getting in, starting off, I drove myself to Meps. I live in Ohio. Columbus is only an hour and a half from me. I'm in Cincinnati. It's only an hour and a half drive. So I told my recruiter I would drive myself. So with that being said, I didn't have to get a shuttle. Get on the shuttle. What I mean by that is when you're going through the process, you're doing everything by the book, your recruiter will have a shuttle come to the recruiting office. The shuttle will pick all the new recruits up, and then after that, you guys will go to the hotel. Yeah, you guys will go to the you guys will go to the hotel, and the hotel is complimentary. Like everything that they'll pay for the hotel, they pay for dinner and breakfast. I wouldn't advise you guys to eat. I wouldn't advise you guys to eat a lot, because sometimes, people might not, everyone's digestive system isn't the same. You get what I'm saying? Like, you might eat something the night before or the morning of, and you might get queasy, or you might get sick at Meps, man. I'll tell you the truth. It happened this time, and it happened my first time going to Meps. So if you do eat anything, as far as the breakfast or dinner, I would just stick to the salads, or get some chicken or something, kind of break it up into a salad, or the fruits. That's what I did. I ate the salad, fruits, and I made sure I hydrated myself. But like I said, I did drive myself instead of using the shuttle. There is for me, there was a curfew time. There was a curfew, but there was a particular time you had to be at the hotel. And that time you had to be at the hotel no later than 7 p.m. So, I kind of did my own thing, I did my own thing until 7 p.m. Got to the hotel, checked in, and we had to watch a video as soon as we get to the hotel. Kind of like an introductory video, videos about Meps and how things are gonna go, how the next day is gonna look. Bear with me, you guys. I don't have a outline of how I was gonna do this video, but after you check in, you can. Honestly, you can do whatever you want to do. As far as the hotel goes, you can, if the hotel has a swimming pool or a weight room and exercise room, you can do all those things. You can, chit chat with the new recruits. I seen a lot of that going on, but like I said before, man, I'm 30 years old, man, so I'm headed back in. This go around, I'll be the big bro or unk, as they say, man, going through the process. So I really wasn't. I chit chatted with a couple guys, man, but not too much. The only other guy that was close in age with me was 28. So it is what it is. I ain't tripping. But yeah, man, like I said, we had to be at the hotel by 7 p.m. and you couldn't leave. If you did leave, you had to sign out and then sign back in, and you couldn't leave after 10 p.m. So to the next morning, you have to be up by at least. Well, I got up at, me and my roommate, look, I see, I'm telling you, I didn't have an outline. So roommate, I had a roommate. Some people said, they don't have roommates going up to Meps. I did have a roommate in my hotel. Cool guy, man, young guy. So I dropped a lot of jewels on him, man. And I believe everything went good for him at Meps as well. I forgot his name, man, but cool guy. Grew up on the farm, man. He was teaching me some stuff. I'm like, oh, yo, that's dope. But yeah, I did have a roommate. We kind of hopped on the same accord about what time we were gonna wake up. I woke up and I got a shower in, man. I hit that water, man, because you hit that shower in the morning, it wakes you up. It gets your body ready, it gets you loose, and so you don't look so and kind of take the tired out of you as well. So we woke up at about, man, we woke up early. I forgot if we had to be at Meps by 4:45 or 5:45, but either way it goes, you got to wake up early the next morning. So don't try to stay up late and think you're gonna parlay all night and this and that, you meeting new friends. Nah, man, you here for business. So do what you gotta do. Eat. I'm not saying don't chit chat, but keep the conversation to a minimum, man. Get your rest because you got to get up and do all these things in the morning. You want to make sure you pass. You ain't got to get no waivers, or you ain't got to come back and all that. So you wake up super early the next morning. Y'all go downstairs, use your voucher and everything for your breakfast, for your free breakfast. And after you're done eating, for myself, I drove myself. So I drove myself to Meps once the shuttle arrived for all of the new recruits. But once the shuttle arrived, we all drive to Meps. We get to Meps, they line us up in a female line and a male line. Females went in first, the males go in after. We go in, earrings, and you had to take your earrings off, all those types of things. The earrings off, cell phones, in like cubbies. Like you couldn't take anything except for your social security card and your ID. So make sure you bring your social security card and ID, hard copies, because you will need them. They do have these things on file. My roommate actually locked this dang on social security card in his truck. So and I actually drove him to Meps because he missed the shuttle, man. It was crazy, but I was there for my roommate, man. Be there for others, y'all, I'm telling you. But he didn't have his social security card. They still had it on file. Everything was okay. He still went through Meps. But make sure you have these things. You want to be prepared. So put all those things in a cubby, and after that, you all go to all of the recruits. You go into a room and you basically you guys sit in a room and you go over a presentation basically, and the presentation is basically about Meps and the commander for Meps, and basically introducing those things. Go over Meps, the what to do's and what not to do's, and all of those things, man. The presentation is like super easy, just like it's like you're in school still. So you after the presentation, that's when all the good stuff start happening. They start taking your vitals. After they take your vitals, you don't get split up into groups, but you end up in like groups of like, for me, we were in groups of like, I want to say about 4 guys, groups of 4, and we were all at the same, all going at the same speed as far as what how can I say, what section we were in, as far as like, because it's different things you have to do. You have to do a hearing test, vision test, draw blood, a urinalysis test, a drug test. So for all you smokers or anybody out there doing drugs, I ain't judging nobody, but it is a drug test, and it's on the spot, and it ain't no privacy at all. So don't go up there, being goofy, hey, get that in order, man. Man, women, hey, get that in order. Don't go up there dropping dirty, and then your recruiter like, yo. Because I think if you drop dirty or something like that, you have to wait like 6 months or something. Don't give me the line. But yeah, you have blood test, urinalysis, a drug test. You check your vitals, your hearing, your vision. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Oh, of course, you got your physical. Now the physical wasn't really that bad, guys. Especially if like you were an athlete coming up. Man, physical will be a piece of cake. There are a few more things you have to do, but Outside of that, it's cake. And honestly, I feel like it's a piece of cake for everybody. It's like your regular physical that you take in the regular world. But you go in with your doctor, you know, whether it's a man or woman, they'll go through your medical history. And here's like, when they're going through your medical history, I believe the medical history goes all the way back to when you were 13 years old until now. So whatever you've been to the doctor for, or whatever you've been, you know, diagnosed with, or whatever prescriptions, pills, like whatever type of medicines you've taken, it will be on that chart. So honestly, man, don't go in there volunteering information. Like, if you ain't been to the doctor for, or if it's not currently going on, don't talk. Just go through the process. You want to get out of there as smooth as possible. So don't volunteer nothing. The more you volunteer, the more you try to have a relationship with, or, you know, have a friendship, relationship, whatever, with this you and this doctor, or y'all are not there to be friends. The doctor's trying to do their job, and you're trying to do your job, you know, get up out of Meps. So don't go in there having the biggest conversation of your life, because that conversation can turn into you having to get a waiver, or the process being much longer. So get in there and get out. After they're done asking about your medical history, they're going to then check your eyes, check your ears, check your mouth, check like your neck movement, check your shoulder movement. Kind of like they're gonna start checking you out. You check your body, check your private areas as well. You gotta check your private areas. So hey, man, we all grown here, man. Let them, you know, do what they gotta do. So you can, the quicker you let them do what they gotta do, the quicker you get out. After they're done doing all of those things, you will have to do like some duck walks, some squats, and a few other things, like some movements with your legs and your movements with your arms. Nothing too crazy though. Like, man, I'm 6'4". I am 6'4", and we were in like a regular doctor's room, like that you would, like a regular doctor visit, like a regular doctor's visit. So there's not, for me, there wasn't that much room to move around. So I literally took like 3 steps of duck walks, like some super, super easy stuff. But outside of that, man, super easy. Get in there, don't volunteer no information. Stick to the script. And now for me, after I got my physical done, that was the last step for me. You go back to the room you came from, and you sit there. You sit there until they call your name for you to be dismissed. After you're dismissed, as long as everything went as planned, you know, and everything will go as planned, like I said, go in there cool, calm, and collected. After you're done doing everything, for me, like I said, I drove myself and I'm prior service, so my process is a little different, well, a lot different than the new recruits. I also have to get a waiver, so like my process is way different. But for you guys, for like the new recruits, after you're done doing, you know, your physical, after you're done doing everything in Meps, you go talk to your liaison. Well, you know, for whatever bench you're going into. And this is where they talk about your contracts, they talk about job availability, or like job, you know, they talk about all of that. While you're in there talking to your liaison about those things, you sit there, you chill out for a little bit, and you wait to swear in. Some people swear in. A lot of people actually swear in. They swear in that same day. For me, I didn't swear in that day. Like, I'm still going. I got, like I said, entirely different process. But after you're done with Meps and everything, talk to the liaison. Look at your job. Look at the job opportunities. Look through the contracts and stuff like that. You swear in, man, and you know that's all she wrote. You know, and best luck to all the new recruits out there. Military is, you know, the military is what you make it. That's my advice to you guys. Don't go in there like this is, you know, you're changing your life. You're changing your life, man. You're not going in there to jack around and fool around, because you will be out like that. Like, they don't play around with that, man. You want to go in there and goof around, play around, and and think it's a game, think it's a party, yeah, you'll be one of the first people discharged. You want to go in there, man, stay off the radar, man. And I'm saying stay off the radar in the sense of, like, don't get on the radar from doing something bad. Like, if you want to be on the radar for being a standout, you know, person. Be on the radar for being tip top. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be on the radar for good things, man. You don't want to be on the radar for bad things. So there you guys have it. I passed Meps. Everything went pretty cool. Like I said, you want to get in and get out. The only thing that changed from the first time I went was, I want to say the exercise portion, like the duck walk portion, stuff like that, man. When I went through the first time, we had to do way more duck walks, way more like push-ups, all types of things, man. And we were actually in a room full of all the other recruits. So, like, you actually did those things amongst the other recruits. This time you just did it in the presence of the doctor. So with that being said, man, it was pretty easy. No complaints, no surprises. My advice to you guys would be, make sure like all of your medical things are like in order before you go up. So when you are there in Meps, you don't have any like surprises or anything, man. Like, you know what's going on, you know what your medical history looks like, and you're prepared. With that being said, make sure y'all catch me on my next video. Might talk a little more about Meps, man. Like a shorter video, but this video was longer because it was my experience, my personal experience. But sure, man, I'm out of here. Robbie say deuce. You feel me? Stay true and be you.